I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time when I beat Sonny Liston. I told you today I'm still the greatest of all time. Never again defeat me. Never again say that I'm going to be defeated. Never again make me the underdog until I'm about 50 years old.
Got out of boys high school in Brooklyn. Hey, he hurt Lyle. Oh, he got to Lyle. Lyle is in trouble. He hurt him with a left. Lyle went back against the rope.
I'm going to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. His hands can't hit what his eyes can't see. So that's what happened. I don't have a mark on my face, and I upset Sonny Liston, and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest. I told the world, I talk to God every day. If God's with me, can't nobody be against me.
In the electric atmosphere of Kinshasa, Zaire, the world held its breath as Muhammad Ali, the Louisville Lip, faced off against George Foreman in what would be immortalized as the Rumble in the Jungle.
Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
With a thrumming heart and sweat-soaked brow, Ali danced like a butterfly, absorbing Foreman's bone-crushing punches, while the crowd roared in anticipation of a miracle.
I am the greatest fighter of all time. And when I hit you with a hard right hand, you will fall.
Change back.
Then, in a breathtaking moment of sheer will and tactical genius, he'd unleashed a flurry of blows that turned the tide, knocking out the seemingly invincible champion and reclaiming his heavyweight crown.
Champion has plenty himself, there's no question about that.
But this was just one chapter in the life of a man who was as controversial as he was brilliant. Ali, a self-proclaimed greatest of all time, not only dominated the boxing ring but ignited a firestorm of debate when he refused to serve in the Vietnam War, proclaiming, "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong." This audacious stance cost him his title and freedom, yet his indomitable spirit inspired millions to challenge injustice.
I haven't convinced these suckers yet. I destroyed George Foreman. I destroyed Joe Frazier.
Through a career filled with epic rivalries and historic milestones, including 3 fights with Joe Frazier and the stunning victory over Sonny Liston, Ali transcended the sport. He broke barriers with his dazzling footwork and quick jabs, leaving an indelible mark on boxing history. But behind the bravado lay a relentless drive, an unwavering determination forged in the crucible of adversity and fueled by a desire to be more than just a fighter. As we delve deeper into the saga of Muhammad Ali, prepare for revelations that go beyond the ring. From his battles against the odds to the profound legacy he left behind, Ali's life is a tapestry woven with triumphs, controversies, and moments that will forever resonate in the annals of history. What secrets will unfold as we explore the life of a true champion? Buckle up, because the story of Muhammad Ali is far from over. Born on January 17, 1942 in Louisville, Kentucky, Muhammad Ali, originally named Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr., grew up in a modest neighborhood. His childhood brimmed with energy, laughter, and the vibrant spirit of a community that nurtured dreams. Young Cassius reveled in the simple joys of life, fueled by a fierce determination that would later define his legendary career. He spent countless hours exploring the streets, often racing with his friends, his feet barely touching the ground. At the age of 12, a pivotal moment transformed his life. After a bike theft ignited a fire in him, he sought the guidance of a local boxing trainer, Joe Martin. Little did he know this decision would lead him to greatness. Cassius quickly developed an affinity for the sport, his natural talent shining as brightly as his charismatic personality. His family, particularly his father, supported his ambitions, instilling values of hard work and perseverance. They often celebrated small victories, turning mundane moments into cherished memories. Yet the challenges of growing up in a racially divided America shaped his worldview, igniting a passion for social justice that would later intertwine with his athletic pursuits. With each passing day, The boy who was once known as Cassius Clay transformed into a rising star. His relentless spirit and magnetic charm foreshadowed the remarkable journey ahead, preparing him to challenge not just opponents in the ring, but societal norms that held people back. The world of boxing opened its doors to Cassius Clay as he stepped into the gym for the first time, keen to learn and hone his skills. With the smell of sweat and determination in the air, he felt an electric charge that ignited his spirit. Clay didn't just want to learn, he wanted to dominate. Each jab, each hook, and each uppercut became an extension of his fiery ambition. The rhythm of the ring called to him, promising glory and greatness. Under the watchful eye of his trainer, he absorbed every lesson like a sponge. He practiced footwork tirelessly, dancing around the ring as if he were a ballet dancer in combat boots. Clay's speed was his secret weapon, and he was determined to be the fastest fighter the sport had ever seen. He knew that boxing wasn't just about brute strength. It required strategy, finesse, and an unyielding heart. As he wrapped his hands with determination, he often quipped, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee," a mantra he'd carried throughout his career. With each punch he threw, he felt the power of possibility surging through him. He wasn't just another aspiring fighter. He was destined to rewrite the history of boxing. Clay's journey had just begun, but he approached it with the confidence of a champion, ready to conquer every challenge that lay ahead. The boxing ring would soon witness the rise of a legend. Stepping into the ring for his first amateur fights, Cassius Clay felt a mix of excitement and nerves coursing through him. The atmosphere buzzed with anticipation, and the crowd's energy electrified the air. This was more than just boxing, it was the dawn of his destiny. Clay, with his signature quick footwork and natural athleticism, danced around his opponents, displaying a nimbleness that left spectators in awe. In those early bouts, he showcased not just skill, but a fiery determination that set him apart. Each punch he threw felt like a declaration. He wasn't just there to compete, he was there to conquer. His opponents, often larger and more experienced, quickly learned that underestimating this young fighter was a grave mistake. Clay's rapid victories began to turn heads as he consistently outmaneuvered and outsmarted those who crossed his path. Yet, it wasn't all smooth sailing. He faced setbacks too, learning invaluable lessons through each defeat. With a grin, he often quipped, "I'm not just a boxer. I'm a poet in the ring," capturing the essence of his unique style that combined athleticism with artistry. Clay's bravado wasn't merely for show. It was his way of channeling his nerves into confidence. As he gathered accolades and honed his craft, those early fights laid the foundation for a legend in the making. Each bout solidified his reputation, proving that Cassius Clay was destined for greatness long before he ever stepped onto the world stage. Winning Olympic gold in 1960 marked a pivotal moment in Cassius Clay's burgeoning career. This victory wasn't just a medal, it was a declaration. Clay, brimming with confidence and charm, entered the Rome Olympics as a lightweight boxer, ready to prove he was a force to be reckoned with. His dazzling footwork and lightning-fast punches captivated audiences, leaving opponents bewildered and overwhelmed. Clay faced a formidable challenge in the finals against the powerful Polish boxer, Zbigniew Pietrzykowski. Yet, with each round, Clay's agility shone through. He danced around the ring, evading blows with the grace of a butterfly, while delivering stinging jabs that landed with precision. The crowd roared in approval, and it was clear, this young man was destined for greatness. When the final bell rang, Clay emerged victorious, his arms raised high in triumph. The gold medal hung around his neck like a crown, symbolizing not just personal achievement, but also the promise of a remarkable future. In that electrifying moment, he shouted, "I'm the greatest," a proclamation that would echo through history. Though his journey was just beginning, that Olympic gold set the stage for the legend he'd become. It ignited a fire in Clay, a relentless pursuit of excellence that would redefine boxing and inspire millions. With a flick of his wrist and a twinkle in his eye, he'd put the world on notice. Cassius Clay was here to stay, and he aimed for the stars. With the Olympic gold medal shining brightly around his neck, Cassius Clay moved into the professional boxing world in 1960, ready to prove his mettle against seasoned fighters. The buzz surrounding him was electric. Fans and critics alike were enthusiastic to see if this young star could back up his brash confidence. His first professional match took place on October 29, 1960, against Sonny Liston, a solid opponent. Clay danced around the ring, showcasing his speed and agility, ultimately winning by unanimous decision. It was just the beginning. As he continued to climb the ranks, Clay's talent became undeniable. He won fight after fight, each bout amplifying his reputation. His footwork and quick jabs left opponents bewildered, while his flashy style captivated audiences. But it wasn't just his skills in the ring that drew attention, it was his personality. Clay wasn't afraid to talk the talk, famously predicting the rounds in which he'd knock out his rivals. He made bold statements that rattled both opponents and the boxing establishment. As Cassius Clay's star continued to rise in the boxing world, he began to seek a deeper identity that aligned with his evolving beliefs. He yearned for a name that resonated with his newfound values and the principles of Islam. In 1964, shortly after winning the heavyweight title, Clay announced he'd no longer be known by his birth name. He boldly declared that he'd be called Muhammad Ali, a name given to him by the Nation of Islam leader Elijah Muhammad. This decision wasn't just a personal change. It symbolized a powerful rejection of societal norms and an embrace of cultural heritage. Ali's name change ignited conversations worldwide, challenging perceptions and forcing people to confront their biases. The boxer, with his unyielding spirit, effectively merged his athletic prowess with a profound message of empowerment and identity. Supporters rallied behind him, while critics scoffed, but Ali remained unfazed. He often quipped, "What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet." His humor, coupled with his fierce determination, made the change not only a personal statement but a cultural phenomenon. Although he faced skepticism and resistance, Muhammad Ali's rise to prominence in the boxing world was nothing short of meteoric. After winning a gold medal in the 1960 Rome Olympics, he returned to the United States, ready to shake up the sport. With a brash confidence that matched his lightning-fast fists, Ali proclaimed himself the greatest before he even set foot in the ring as a professional. His charisma was electric, enchanting audiences and drawing them into his world. Ali's boxing style was as flamboyant as his personality. He danced around opponents with unparalleled agility, often taunting them with a playful grin. His famous phrase, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee," became a mantra that embodied his unique approach. With each victory, he built a reputation that transcended the sport, becoming an icon of the civil rights movement and a voice for the voiceless. As his career progressed, Ali faced challenges that would have broken lesser athletes. Yet, he emerged from each bout with renewed vigor. The media buzzed with excitement, and fans flocked to arenas, keen to witness his legendary matches. Beneath the bravado, Ali's passion for boxing and his unwavering belief in himself shone through. He wasn't just fighting opponents, he was battling societal norms, embodying resilience and hope. His rise was more than about titles. It was about transforming the perception of a boxer into a cultural phenomenon, forever changing the landscape of sports and society. Ali's triumph over Liston was more than just a win. It signified the arrival of a new champion. With that fight, Ali not only claimed the heavyweight title, but also the hearts of millions. He transformed into a symbol of resilience and charisma, proving that sometimes the underdog shines the brightest, leaving an indelible mark on the sport and the world. With determination and skill, Muhammad Ali stepped into the ring, ready to claim his place as heavyweight champion. The bright lights shone down, illuminating a stage that was set for greatness. In 1964, he faced the formidable Sonny Liston, a fighter known for his raw power and intimidating presence. Ali, then known as Cassius Clay, danced around the ring like a butterfly, using his speed and agility to outmaneuver Liston's brute strength. Fans could feel the electricity in the air. They knew they were witnessing history. As the rounds progressed, it became clear that Ali's strategy was working. He taunted Liston, saying, "You're too slow, you can't hit me." This wasn't just bravado. Ali's footwork was a masterclass in boxing technique. With each jab and cross, he showcased his brilliance, turning the fight into a display of artistry. Finally, in the 7th round, Ali's relentless speed paid off. A lightning-fast combination sent Liston to the canvas. The referee counted, and the crowd erupted in disbelief and joy. When the fight ended, Ali stood tall, arms raised, a new heavyweight champion. "I shook up the world," he declared, his voice echoing through the arena, embodying the confidence and charisma that would define his legacy. This victory didn't just change Ali's life, it transformed boxing forever. He became not only a champion in the ring, but also a symbol of pride and resilience for millions around the globe. 3 epic battles defined the fierce rivalry between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, enthralling boxing fans and the world at large. Their trilogy wasn't just a clash of fists. It was a monumental showdown of styles, philosophies, and personalities that captivated millions. The first bout, held in 1971, was dubbed the Fight of the Century. It was a spectacle that pitted Ali's speed and finesse against Frazier's relentless power. In a grueling 15 rounds, Frazier emerged victorious, delivering a punishing left hook that left an indelible mark on Ali's legacy. Their second encounter, known as the Super Fight in 1974, showcased Ali's tactical brilliance. He danced around the ring, employing his signature jab and footwork to outsmart Frazier. Ali's victory solidified his comeback, but it only fueled their rivalry further. Fans craved the third and final showdown, aptly named the Thrilla in Manila in 1975. This fight was a brutal war characterized by sweat, blood, and sheer determination. Both men pushed themselves to the limit, exchanging blows in a sweltering arena. In a dramatic conclusion, Ali triumphed when Frazier's corner stopped the fight after the 14th round, leaving both fighters utterly exhausted. The Ali-Frazier trilogy remains a reflection of the spirit of competition, embodying the essence of boxing. Their encounters not only defined their careers but also etched their names into the annals of sports history, showcasing the heart of champions. Muhammad Ali took a bold stand against the Vietnam War, becoming a symbol of resistance during a tumultuous era in American history. He famously declared, "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong," demonstrating his deep conviction that the struggle for civil rights at home was more pressing than fighting abroad. Ali's refusal to be drafted into the military in 1967 showcased his unwavering principles. He viewed the war as unjust, believing it contradicted the very values of freedom and equality he championed in the ring. His stance wasn't just about personal beliefs. It resonated with many Americans who questioned the conflict's morality. While others sought glory on the battlefield, Ali stood tall, his fists raised not in combat but in defiance. This wasn't merely an act of rebellion. It was an assertion of identity. He embraced his Muslim faith, aligning his beliefs with his actions, and refused to compromise his values for fame or fortune. As a result, Ali faced immense backlash. Critics labeled him a coward, but he remained steadfast, embodying courage beyond the ring. His actions ignited conversations across the nation, challenging societal norms and provoking thought about justice and equality. Ali became more than a fighter. He transformed into a beacon of hope for those yearning for change. His powerful voice and charisma galvanized a generation, reminding everyone that true champions don't just fight with their fists, they fight for what's right. Amid the fervor of his anti-war stance, Ali faced significant legal challenges that would forever alter his trajectory. As he boldly declared his refusal to be drafted into the Vietnam War, Ali became a lightning rod for controversy. The U.S. government wasn't amused. They stripped him of his heavyweight title and suspended his boxing license. This was more than just a legal battle. It was a fight for his very identity and beliefs. With an iron will, Ali stood firm against what he saw as injustice. The courts became his battleground as he faced charges of draft evasion. The nation watched in suspense, waiting to see if this titan of a man could withstand the legal storm. In 1971, the Supreme Court ultimately ruled in his favor, declaring that his refusal was rooted in his religious beliefs. Yet this victory came after nearly 4 years of exile from the sport he loved. During this tumultuous time, Ali remained a cultural icon. He used his platform to speak out against racial inequality and injustice, enchanting audiences with his charm and charisma. Often he'd quip, "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong," reminding everyone of his unwavering principles. While his boxing career was on hold, his influence only grew. He became a symbol of courage, resilience, and conviction. Ali's legal battles didn't just define a man. They transformed him into a legend, forever altering the landscape of sports and activism. After nearly 4 years away from the ring, Ali made a triumphant return to boxing in 1970, reigniting his passion for the sport and enchanting fans once more. The atmosphere crackled with excitement as he stepped into the spotlight, a lion emerging from a prolonged slumber. His first fight back against Jerry Quarry wasn't just a match, it was a statement. Ali danced around the ring with the grace of a gazelle, showcasing not just his skills but his unyielding spirit. In that pivotal moment, Ali reminded the world why he was the greatest. He didn't just want to win, he wanted to entertain. Each jab and hook carried a sense of purpose, a message that spoke louder than words. Ali's charisma was magnetic. He drew in the crowds, leaving them breathless and begging for more. Returning to boxing wasn't just about reclaiming titles, it was about reclaiming his identity. With every punch, he reasserted his place in history, proving that time away from the sport had only sharpened his resolve. The roar of the crowd was music to his ears, a symphony that played in harmony with his heart. Ali's comeback not only revitalized his career, but also reignited the public's love for boxing. He embodied the very essence of resilience, a true champion in every sense. As he danced, floated, and fought, Ali wasn't just back. He was ready to make history once again, and the world was watching. With the boxing world buzzing from his triumphant return, Ali faced one of his greatest challenges yet, George Foreman. The fight, dubbed the Rumble in the Jungle, took place on October 30, 1974, in Kinshasa, Zaire. Ali, the underdog, stood in stark contrast to Foreman, a fearsome heavyweight known for his explosive power and relentless knockouts. Many doubted Ali, believing Foreman would dominate him in an easy victory. Ali, however, had a plan. He embraced the role of the provocateur, taunting Foreman and getting under his skin. With a mix of swagger and strategy, he employed the rope-a-dope technique, allowing Foreman to release his fury while conserving his own energy. As punches rained down, Ali absorbed the blows, all while luring Foreman into a false sense of security. The crowd roared, caught up in the electric atmosphere. As the rounds progressed, Ali's strategy began to pay off. Foreman, exhausted and frustrated, started to falter. In the 8th round, with the world watching, Ali struck. He delivered a flurry of punches that sent Foreman crashing to the canvas. The referee counted, and the unthinkable happened. Ali had reclaimed his title, shocking the boxing world and solidifying his legacy. The fight wasn't just a victory, it was a proof of Ali's resilience, wit, and unparalleled skill. He danced with danger and emerged victorious, forever etching his name in the annals of boxing history. With an undeniable charisma, Ali's philanthropy extended beyond monetary contributions. He inspired countless individuals to take action. He often reminded people that everyone has the power to make a difference. Muhammad Ali cherished his personal life and family, often emphasizing their importance in shaping his character. He believed that behind every great champion stood a strong foundation of love and support. In his later years, Ali's health took a significant turn when he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 1984. This neurological disorder impacted his motor skills and speech, presenting a formidable challenge for the once vibrant champion. Despite the limitations imposed by the disease, he continued to inspire millions. With a twinkle in his eye, Ali would often joke, "I've been knocked down a dozen times, but I've never been knocked out." His humor and determination shone brightly, proving that challenges have only added to his legendary status. Ali also faced other health issues, including respiratory complications, but he tackled each obstacle with the same vigor he displayed in the ring. He became an advocate for those suffering from similar conditions, transforming his personal battles into a powerful message of hope and strength. His unwavering spirit resonated worldwide, reminding everyone that even the greatest can face adversity. Ali's life is a reflection of the power of perseverance and the indomitable will of a champion who never backed down, no matter how intimidating the challenge. The latter part of Ali's career showcased his resilience and ability to adapt, even as he faced mounting challenges. After returning from his 3.5-year exile, he stepped back into the ring, determined to reclaim his title and prove doubters wrong. The world watched as he faced formidable opponents, including the legendary Joe Frazier in their electrifying rematch, the Thrilla in Manila, in 1975. It was a brutal battle that tested every ounce of his grit and determination, but Ali emerged victorious, solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest. In 1976, Ali faced Ken Norton in a thrilling trilogy that had fans on the edge of their seats. Their fights were a demonstration of Ali's tactical genius and adaptability as he danced around the ring, utilizing his signature footwork and speed. Even after suffering setbacks against the likes of Leon Spinks, who surprised everyone by defeating him in 1978, Ali didn't waver. He trained harder, and in a remarkable comeback, he reclaimed the heavyweight championship, becoming the first boxer to win the title 3 times. As Ali continued his career, he didn't shy away from using his platform to advocate for social issues. His charisma and larger-than-life persona transcended the sport, making him a global icon. Fans didn't just cheer for the fighter, they rallied behind a man who embodied hope, resilience, and the spirit of a champion, proving that even in the ring, he was still a champion of the people. After an illustrious career filled with unforgettable moments and historic bouts, Ali officially announced his retirement from boxing in 1981. This moment was bittersweet, marking the end of an era as he stepped away from the ring that had made him a legend. Fans worldwide held their breath, knowing they were witnessing the conclusion of the remarkable journey of a man who danced like a butterfly and stung like a bee. Ali's retirement came after a series of challenging fights that took a toll on his body and spirit. He'd faced formidable opponents like Larry Holmes and Trevor Berbick, battles that tested his resilience and skill. In those final fights, he showcased the heart of a champion, but even the greatest must eventually hang up their gloves. Ali's decision resonated deeply, reflecting not just the physical demands of boxing, but also the mental and emotional weight he carried. As he walked away, Ali left behind a legacy that transcended the sport. His charisma, intelligence, and courage inspired countless individuals, making him not just a fighter, but a symbol of hope and strength. While the ring dimmed, Ali's impact continued to shine brightly. He once quipped, "I'm not the greatest, I'm the double greatest," a demonstration of his unyielding confidence. Even in retirement, his spirit remained indomitable, reminding everyone that true greatness lasts far beyond the final bell. Muhammad Ali's commitment to social justice became as legendary as his boxing prowess. He didn't just throw punches in the ring, he fought fiercely against inequality and injustice in society. With his magnetic personality and unwavering conviction, Ali transformed from a champion of the sport to a champion of the people. He understood that his platform wasn't merely for accolades, but for amplifying the voices of the marginalized. In the 1960s, Ali took a bold stand against the Vietnam War, famously refusing to be drafted. His declaration, "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong," resonated deeply, showcasing his dedication to principles over popularity. This act cost him his boxing titles and led to a 3.5-year ban from the sport, but he remained steadfast, embodying the spirit of resistance. Ali's advocacy extended beyond war protest. He championed civil rights, addressing issues like racial injustice and poverty. He worked with organizations to uplift the African American community, showing that a true champion fights for the rights of others, not just personal glory. His charisma and humor lightened heavy conversations. He once quipped, "Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth." Through tireless activism, Ali inspired generations to stand against oppression. His legacy proves that the heart of a champion beats strongest when it fights for justice, making him not just a boxing legend but a beacon of hope for many. Ali's fight for social justice didn't just resonate in the sports world. It rippled through culture, leaving an indelible mark on society. His unwavering stance against the Vietnam War and his bold declarations about race and identity transformed him into more than a boxing champion. He became a cultural icon. Ali's charisma and quick wit captivated audiences, making him a household name. His famous quip, "I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee," not only described his boxing style but also embodied his approach to life: agile, fierce, and unapologetic. Beyond the ring, Ali inspired countless individuals to challenge societal norms. He encouraged people to find their voices, to stand tall against oppression, and to embrace their identities. In the 1960s and beyond, he became synonymous with the civil rights movement, forging connections with other influential figures like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. His presence in popular culture extended to films, music, and literature, where he was celebrated and critiqued in equal measure. Ali's legacy persists today, reminding us of the power of activism, courage, and resilience. His life serves as a proof of the idea that one person can indeed change the world. Through his triumphs and tribulations, he taught society to dream bigger and fight harder. Muhammad Ali wasn't just a boxer. He was a force of nature, a beacon of hope, and an enduring symbol of what it means to truly live one's beliefs. Throughout his illustrious career, Ali garnered numerous awards and honors that reflected not only his boxing prowess, but also his profound impact on society. He didn't merely float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. He soared as a champion in and out of the ring. His victories included the coveted title of World Heavyweight Champion, which he claimed 3 times, a feat unmatched in boxing history. In 1960, he struck gold at the Rome Olympics, showcasing his extraordinary talent on the world stage. Beyond the ropes, Ali's humanitarian efforts earned him accolades that transcended sports. In 1997, he received the prestigious Muhammad Ali Humanitarian Award, recognizing his unwavering commitment to social justice and global peace. The United States honored him with the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2005, celebrating his courage and conviction in the face of adversity. Ali also graced the covers of countless magazines and was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990, a well-deserved acknowledgement of his legendary status. His charisma and charm even landed him appearances in films and television, further solidifying his cultural significance. With a legacy dripping in accolades, Ali's name is synonymous with greatness. From sports awards to humanitarian recognitions, he proved time and again that true champions don't just win, they inspire. His life remains a vivid tapestry of triumphs, serving as a beacon of hope and resilience for generations to come. With a legacy of awards and honors behind him, Ali's influence on sports extends far beyond the boxing ring. He wasn't just a champion, he was a revolutionary force, reshaping the landscape of athleticism and activism. Ali's charisma and bravado captivated audiences, turning boxing matches into theatrical spectacles. His famous phrase, "float like a butterfly, sting like a bee," encapsulated not just his fighting style but also his unique approach to life. He showed the world that sports could transcend mere competition, becoming a platform for social change. Athletes today stand on the shoulders of giants, and Ali stands tallest among them. His refusal to fight in the Vietnam War, based on his principles, ignited a wave of activism within sports. He taught athletes that they could wield their influence for greater causes, pushing boundaries that previously seemed unbreakable. Moreover, Ali's impact isn't confined to boxing alone. He inspired countless athletes across various sports to embrace their identities, to speak out against injustice, and to pursue excellence relentlessly. His dedication to training and discipline became a template for future champions, emphasizing that talent alone isn't enough. It requires hard work and resilience. Even in retirement, Ali's spirit lives on, motivating young athletes to believe in themselves and to recognize the power of their voice. His legacy is a proof that sports can be a catalyst for change, inspiring generations to fight not just for titles, but for dignity and respect. The world felt a profound sense of loss when Muhammad Ali passed away on June 3, 2016. The news sent shockwaves through the sports community and beyond, as tributes poured in from every corner of the globe. Fans, friends, and fellow athletes alike mourned the passing of a titan who transcended boxing, becoming a symbol of courage and resilience. His legacy loomed large, and his absence felt even larger. As tributes flowed in, the world remembered Ali for more than just his dazzling footwork and quick jabs. Leaders, celebrities, and ordinary folks shared stories of how he inspired them to stand up for their beliefs and fight against injustice. Former President Barack Obama paid homage to Ali, calling him a man who fought for what was right, capturing the essence of a man who was both a champion in the ring and a champion of humanity. In his hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, thousands gathered to celebrate Ali's life. The Muhammad Ali Center, a beacon of hope and inspiration, became a focal point for reflection and remembrance. People recounted his unforgettable quote, "I am the greatest," a declaration that wasn't just about boxing. It was about believing in oneself. From heartfelt eulogies to vibrant murals adorning city walls, Ali's spirit continued to inspire. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy remains alive, infusing the world with hope, love, and a fighting spirit. Muhammad Ali's influence extends far beyond the boxing ring, shaping societal views on race, activism, and personal identity. He wasn't just a fighter, he was a champion of the oppressed, using his platform to challenge racial injustice and promote civil rights. Ali boldly refused to serve in the Vietnam War, famously declaring, "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong." This stance resonated deeply, inspiring countless individuals to question authority and advocate for change. Ali's charisma and eloquence made him a powerful spokesperson for the African American community during a time of intense social upheaval. He transformed the way people viewed athletes, proving they could be more than just entertainers. They could be activists, too. His dedication to humanitarian efforts, including his work with disadvantaged children and his commitment to world peace, painted him as a beacon of hope. Even in the ring, Ali's style was revolutionary. He danced around opponents, employing speed and strategy over brute strength. This approach not only won him titles, but also changed the expectations of what a boxer could be. He embodied the idea that confidence and self-expression are essential to success. Today, Ali's legacy endures, inspiring new generations to stand up for their beliefs and pursue greatness. His life reminds us that courage isn't just about physical strength. It's about having the guts to fight for what's right. Ali's impact is a reflection of the power of one individual to change the world, proving that true champions are those who lift others as they rise. Muhammad Ali wasn't just a boxer, he was a force of nature. His larger-than-life personality and unwavering spirit inspired millions, transcending sports to become a symbol of courage and justice. From the ring to the streets, he challenged norms and fought for equality, proving that true champions are defined by their actions outside the arena. Even after his passing, Ali's legacy echoes loudly, reminding everyone that greatness isn't just about winning. It's about making a difference.